On the 20th of January, 15.
Hold on, let me find it. I got it. All right, page 1.
That's last
Yeah, the page 1 got Chairman Floyd made a motion, typo.
Where you looking at?
one. The last one.
I'm looking at
Okay,
the-
yeah, I
you
see what
see-
you're talking about,
see
yeah.
where- You see where he got that
Yeah.
Chairman Floyd?
I said, I read that this morning. I was gonna mark it. I didn't have a pen. Well, he said with the changes necessary.
Okay. That's the only one I see.
All right, any more discussion? How you vote? Yes.
I vote yes, Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
Yep. All of us. Okay, rest of this.
And then we got 1, 2, 3, 4,
4, 5.
5.
1 through 5.
1 through 5, yeah.
They all seem to be in order, Mr. Chairman.
All right, somebody make a motion?
Move to accept.
Got a second?
7, Mr. Chairman.
Any more discussion? How you vote? Yes.
Yes.
All right. Anybody got an announcement?
Mr. Chairman, this is not an announcement, but I would like to add to the business L.M.A.
Go ahead.
L.M.I.G. It's a road program, state successor for Lauren.
I don't know, I had Tracy Jackson, you know, we talked to him last week.
Yeah. And I would like to add the tax assessor, appraiser, chief appraiser, and
Well, she's in court, but Walt will be here with a handout.
okay, so we're gonna put the tax assessor on that.
Now,
We see you in court with our
we got, yeah, it's, she's up there for
Is our attorney
Board
there?
of Equalization
Do you-
today.
Is our
Did you
attorney
wanna
there?
talk to us today?
I'm not sure. I don't think he's
I was asked
required
to
to
be
be
here.
in the meeting
By
up
the
there.
tax
I'm not
assessor's
sure.
By
office,
who?
the tax assessor's office, we're talking about. the
Oh,
permit
okay,
process.
all right, that's gonna come on the tax assessor, okay.
What?
The health inspector right there.
Excuse me, Mr. Chairman, pass those down, please. We need another signature.
I'll share it with you right there.
Okay, anything else? All right, that's a motion, got a second? All these.
Second, Mr. Chairman.
All right, how you vote? Yes.
Yes.
All right, appointments, Ms. Debra Stevens.
Good morning.
Good morning, Debra.
I'm coming to the board because on December 16th, I wrote a letter stating that we needed a reappointment letter for the 2 board members I have on the Board of Elections. And Ms. Ardella Bass at the state is still waiting on me to send that letter in, so if you could.
I had asked for a list of the existing members in which district they reside in, and still haven't got it.
Who did you get?
Whoever presented it, was it you?
No, I gave the letter to Garner, but I never got
Well,
it.
that's what it's holding about.
Okay.
Can you get that back to us today?
I sure can.
Please, thank you.
Ms. got more than you this time, so.
Yeah.
That wasn't my question, the
He
existing
want
members.
to know, he want to know the existing number that each district.
Okay.
Thank you.
You got that, Deb?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I'll be right back with it.
Good.
All right.
Thank you.
While we waiting on her, let's go ahead. Mr. Bud Thompson.
How y'all doing this morning?
All right, good, how you doing?
I'm trying to keep everything rolling.
Board, I'm actually here, I'm just trying to get some help. We're short-handed, we can't get nothing done. Time I get with two guys in the shop, one getting parts and one in the shop working, then they trying to keep up with everybody. I have no problem keeping up with everybody. Problem is, I ain't got enough men to get stuff done. If I have to do a couple driveways, if I have to put a cross pipe across the road, I've got to shut down either the motor grader or the grass cutter or somebody to come flag. I just need some help.
Regarding the parts, are you buying very much from the local parts house here?
Some we do, some we don't. If he's got them in stock and they're a reasonable price, we do grab them. I mean, as much as we can, we do grab
He
them.
was telling me that y'all don't call it anymore.
Yeah,
I've
heard that
She told you the same thing?
Yeah.
Go downtown.
So we've all heard that.
I was there
I
once.
mean, and
I've learned,
that and,
well, I know for a fact that we've been buying from Napa down there because we bought all the, when we, got ready for the freeze, the winter. We bought all of that from down there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And free.
And the freeze, we bought all that
freeze,
freeze
bought
from
four
down there.
drive, bought a
So
bunch
there's
of
a faulty
stuff.
memory there
And
somewhere.
so we've been spending
Well, you look at our records. I
Oh,
went
yeah.
through the records.
You got a bill,
I thought I was gonna ask Bud and,
Get it quick.
about the same answer I expected.
Well, and not only that, on just hiring some employees or what have, but also new tractors and all. If we do get new tractors, we have to order them. Grass cutting season's coming. It's in a hurry.
You know, I had asked you to get, we were going to come out the landfill for, but now since we got this SP.L.O.S.T up on the,
I want to concentrate that, Mr. Brown, the
Okay.
SP.L.O.S.T money direct on road repair.
okay,
Much as we can.
well, see, we have in the landfill budget here, that money that we wasn't collecting, now we're collecting. We have over $100,000 of landfill, so we got about $115,000. So what you said, old tractor will cost a piece?
I think the
Grass-
tractor and the bush hog
Yeah.
together, I want, just vaguely guessing, I don't have my pad with me, no, my pad's out.
Just give me a round figure.
I want to say it was right at $37,000 or
What horsepower?
40,000, and that was a 70 horsepower. That
What
was,
brand?
John Deere. John Deere.
And so I was looking at that because we got to have that equipment. We just got to
Take some
have it.
bids on it, call around, get John Deere, whatever.
Cause we gonna need,
Get
No,
some bids, get
no.
apple for apple now, not, you know,
Right, that's exactly on a 70 horsepower tractor to the PTO on both tractors.
6-foot rotor mower.
One of them was a bat wing, one of them was a 6-foot rotor mower, or 8-foot rotor mower, one of them 6-foot, it was 8-foot, it was a big rotor mower.
so what I was looking at, and what you said, you find out what they are, how many 3 will cost us. In other words, that if 3 costs us over, right at $100,000, we can take at least $60,000 out of here. That's what I'm looking at.
Well, Mr. Brown, you're making a commitment.
No, I said I'm looking at it.
Okay,
I said
okay.
I'm looking at
When
that.
when you ask them for the bid, now, tell them you thinking about buying 3,
Three, and get a better price on it.
cut that price,
And
work
so,
on them now.
so this-
I'll do the best I can with it.
You rather have 8-foot than a 6-foot, cut top ramp, cut tire, you might get a side of a boat.
No, 8-foot's dead even with the tires on it.
Would you ask for
Y'all got them
sealed
stretched
bids?
out to 8-foot?
Sir?
Y'all got them stretched out to 8-foot?
Yes, sir. The wider they are, the more on the slope.
Yeah,
They won't
that's for
tip.
safety reasons,
That's
keep
the
them
reason we keep
tipping.
them that wide.
That extra 2 feet, that's what it's
You want
for.
that sealed bid?
I would like sealed bids to come in here to eliminate a lot of accusations
I
out
sure
here.
will.
Yeah,
I'll have them
that's
sealed
good.
bid straight to
Wow.
y'all.
And, I think that you should be able to get just as many as you asked for, I would suspect.
All right, that works.
I know you can. All
And-
you gotta do is tell them you want them.
No, yeah, I'm just telling them, the board needs them. But
Well-
they're just sealed bid.
And also, at least one more of those, that long truck. You only
Tandem
have 2
dump.
trucks.
Tandem.
Dump, yeah,
Right.
dump tandem. And also do this. Look at what's on the market as far as used vehicles. dump truck, you could possibly, Keelan and Davis, see what's coming on the market. There are a lot of good vehicles out there that are coming up due to
Oh, yeah.
the economy.
Oh, yeah.
Dropped a lot of stuff on the market. And they got some good prices.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. No doubt about it. They do. I'll be glad to.
Okay.
What else, bud?
That and just hiring me some boys. I know there's 3 or 4 I know have turned in applications. I know a couple of them that seem to be really good guys. I don't know. I mean, they seem they're down to earth. I know a couple of them.
Yeah. But you know, I must say this. Everybody's a good guy until we hire.
Well, that's, that goes back to my saying, every new broom sweeps clean too.
That's right.
Some of
Yeah.
them try to turn into the shop steward too.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know, I just hate to go at that. If you can find out, and they probably have it on the application, where they work,
In the history.
and yeah, try to get some history.
You got anybody else for him to protect you?
Well, there's a little Nobles guy.
You asked us about that.
That's right, TJ Nobles, and there's another guy that put in an app, but I know this guy, as far as just someone out there in the woodworks. I don't know him personally as a person, but he seemed, I've looked at his background, I know he, used to cut trees for a living. He cut trees, he was a tree surgeon, actually. And there, his name's Lloyd. Is it
Lloyd.
Brian Lloyd or Jason? I don't forget which one it was. Is it Jason or Brian Lloyd? I know it was a Lloyd. But I know he seems to be a working fellow.
Well,
We
we want to
have
look
a
at,
talent that we could use.
yeah. And so we need to look at, I want to take
Look
a
at his
look at,
background.
yeah, I want to take a look at all those people got application in. Now, that's what I want to take a look at, because we have already said how many numbers of people that we're gonna hire. We need to do all of that.
Well, that's the reason
One
I'm looking
here,
at
one
you.
there, one here, and one there. I want to hire everybody at the same time. I don't want to be picking and choosing one here and one there, and one here and one there. And so, I want to look at the whole 9 yards.
How many are we trying to hire?
That was, see, this is what we trying to, cause we need
How
to have
many more men
15.
you need?
We need to have 15
I'm,
employees.
We used to have 16 employees, and now there's 11 of us.
11 of them.
That's it.
How many you need?
I need at least 2 or 3 right now, and then when grass season gets here, we need 2 part-times for cutting grass.
I want to look at something else, and you and I talked about it. I never got around to get to sit down and really point it out. Organization is a point too. You know, people will do this very quickly on a job. This is my job, that is my job. And they clarify that, or back that up with, I can't do that. Never tried, I can't do that. But, you know, no man should be able to get on a job and pick what he does. The only way you can do that is at your job. And normally the demands of the job are gonna get you out of that. But, we gotta have people, and they gotta be versatile. And be willing to be versatile. So,
But that's the reason, that's the very reason I looked at Mr. Lloyd. He's universal. I know he run equipment. I know that. I know he cuts trees. Same with Mr. Nobles. I know he runs tractors. He runs backhoes before, and he also works on tractors. That's his job right now. He's part-time working on tractors. I need somebody that could, if he's broke down the side of the road, he can call Mr. King or me.
Tell him what's
and
wrong
say,
with
I
it.
need this, and it's took care of.
I have a concern. Do we need to hire another supervisor so somebody could be with people doing the work? I know that you have so much administrative duties that you have to spend a lot
Well,
of time on.
that's just having a lead man out there on the road. That's just having somebody there that can darn look over this job site while I'm over here doing this one or coming around in a circle. I mean, that's just having a lead man, darn
Well, we don't have it.
no.
So we don't have it. They're on their own.
I mean, we can appoint one to it.
What we really need,
And you probably need a couple of them, when that screw splits up, and you know, have him responsible. 'Cause you just can't do that. I've been trying to be, I forget the guy's name, his real name, I hate to use that, but everybody knows what I'm talking about when I say peanut. The last 2 weeks I've been peanut, it's been running me nuts. You gotta go here, every little thing you need, for over there, you gotta go get it. And boy, that's a hassle.
I think it's important if we make any improvements in the road system, that we need to have someone supervising every job that they're on.
Yeah.
Full-time, not somewhere else, on site.
On site. But I got all this written down, we get down to detail.
Yeah. We really need a mechanic. One mechanic just can't do this equipment. Because
Go on overboard.
but we really need a mechanic and someone that's all they done all their life, and I have someone in
Talking about Jay
consideration.
May?
Huh?
Talking about Jay,
Who?
Jay May.
No, not talking about him.
Has he talked to you?
Yep, Jay called me and talked to him.
Well, you're
Well,
going to get us applications, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir, I'll get all that, okay.
All right, and you're gonna come up with a plan where someone can be supervising everywhere they're working?
Yep.
Okay.
If that's what y'all want, I sure do it.
Well, it's
I'll
not
take care of
working
it.
otherwise.
I got you.
It's just not working.
We need to get people, because one mechanic just ain't gonna work. Not the way this equipment we got breaking down here, there, and that, it just ain't gonna work. It just ain't gonna work. So there's a lot that we need to do about that road department. We just don't need to jump up and hire so-and-so like this here, but we need to sit down and take a good look at it and look at the people that we know that we're getting what we're going to get, you know. And so I know grass season is coming. We got to get the equipment. We got a lot of things to do, and that's where we need to go from. We don't need to jump up and just start doing things. You got a lot of equipment broke down. You see. Every time they run equipment
I
broke
thought
down.
it all broke down when it came to District 4.
It seemed like it was all in one at one time.
And so we not gonna. I don't want to get into that hire no one person or two person. I'm not that. I don't want to get into that now. I want us to sit down and look at the whole picture. Just don't look at the frame. We got to put the picture in the frame. Which way we gonna go?
So it'll take a little time before we can get back with you on it.
Yeah.
To hold these people, but
Yeah.
we need to go with.
All right.
Yeah.
Put it together for him, bud.
Yeah.
But we realize you got problems.
We got to know you.
I don't know how you were handling it.
I promise you.
Yeah,
Well, y'all, I thank you for all your help, but I've got a backhoe sitting in the middle of the road.
Okay.
Ms. Stevens is
Come
back.
on, Miss Debra.
I see that District 4 is not represented on here. I will come up with a prospect by our next meeting.
How come District 1 got 2?
That was before my time, and I really can't explain it. I just think, I don't know if they just never picked anyone, but I don't know.
How many is voted for there?
4.
From one from each district.
Well, it doesn't state one from each district. It's just, the way it's written in the bylaws is, one is appointed by the Democratic Party.
One is the Republican
two is
Party.
The second one is appointed by the Republican Party, and 2 are appointed by the Board of Commissioners, but it doesn't say by district.
We're operating pretty much by district on all our appointments so far, which I think is a fair way to do it. And I will have one prospect, and that's gonna leave you one more that people can be considering, while I come up with one.
I don't know who he is. I'm trying to determine who that is.
Who is Keith King? I know that name and I can't put a face with it.
You point.
Where does he live?
I can get his address for you.
I know that name, I just can't.
Yes, he once was in, the election in District 4 at Golden Isles. He used to be the assistant manager.
Describe him.
He has a long ponytail that's plait that's hanging in the back of his head. His hair is kind of cut
White or black?
white. But he's the only white male that used to be the assistant manager at Golden Isles.
You said District 4, you mean District 3, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
District 3.
Because I don't know the gentleman. You described him.
Who is it, Sheriff, you know?
I didn't hear his last name.
Keith King.
King.
K-E-N-E.
K-E-N-E.
I think he lives over there off of, where he did live, if it's who I'm thinking about. I think he lived over off of Horseshoe Circle at one time.
Horseshoe.
Officer Golden, I believe that's who that may be.
I can't place him either.
I remember the name, and I can't put a face with it.
Normally I picked up that ponytail.
Me too,
But I don't,
Get that.
yeah, but I don't get it.
You're not considering one, are you, Mr. Brown?
I'm going back to that joke, Mr. Watson.
I got the name right this time.
Yeah.
Okay. So they pushing you for stuff?
Yes,
Well,
sir.
just
you
tell
get
them
the
that
letter
they'll have
today.
it by the next meeting,
All right,
2 weeks from now.
all right, thank you.
Thank you, man.
By the way, I'll be proposing one, and I don't know whoever wants to propose the other one.
It doesn't come out Mr. Bond dish, ain't Mr. Bond?
Well,
King, I reckon.
Yeah, it's key.
so you gotta have 4 and Mr. Florida have 1. But I appointed, and that,
Kelly,
yeah, 90,
this is just,
80.
well, the Democrat Party appointed her
Democrat
now,
Party
according to
appointed
this, and
her.
Yeah, the
Republican Party
Republican
appointed
Party's
Mr.
the
Van
name.
Moore.
I was chairman of the Democratic Party then. That's why I appointed her. And that Kelly,
Mr.
Yeah.
Brown.
and that Watkins. That's who that is.
Come on.
Good morning.
What's up?
First, I want to start with bids on the AED. I did my homework on the AEDs, and I only found 2 companies with better prices. I got with Sheriff Department Jamie, and he gave me the company they use, and it's actually the cheapest. It's Cardiac Science, and I still have the Apollo on there. Cardiac Science told me a bid of $13.45, but it would take out taxes for it being a government building. So it'd be, I think, $11.95. And that's the one I would like to go with because I see it's the one the Sheriff Department has. It's
Which sheriff department?
Twiggs.
Which, okay.
So it'd be better for us if everybody have the same equipment.
Mm-hmm.
It's cheaper anyway, right?
Yes. Now the Apollo would say they would match that price, but still being matched, I'd rather go with the same one the Sheriff.
Don't you love that? Not I'll beat the price, I'll match it. Why would you wanna go to some back?
And with the AED, Ms. Francis Steele came up with a wellness program center, a program, and she's gonna be offering an AED and CPR class February the 19th at the senior center. And it's free to all county employees, and anybody who's not county employees, $25. So you can come out and get trained on the AED and get CPR. And it's a 2-year certification.
You've done that before. Okay.
Any question on that?
That date again?
February the 19th. And the deadline to sign up is February 13th.
But this machine you talking about, the one with, that's the same one the sheriff got?
Yes.
So
That same one.
everybody have the same thing?
Yeah.
Anybody wanna make a motion now?
Where will it be kept?
Here in the courthouse.
Cool.
It comes with a cabinet also that it can be, you put the location where you want it. It can be put on the wall in a nice cabinet, and so I can pick the location where y'all want to put it.
It'll be ideally in the courthouse, right?
I'm gonna make a motion on that.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Second? I'll second it for you. All right, any more discussion of that? How you vote? Yes. Okay. Go ahead and get them, son.
All right. Next thing we've been getting a lot about volunteers and how to run this thing. Here's a roster for your firefighters. Everything that's highlighted are the members that have not been called none last year. And some of them longer than that. As you can see, I got my manual sheet. District 1 got 7 members. District 2, 9. Pearson, 4. Dry Branch, 11. Ashton, Danville have 3. People quite can't understand why they ain't showing up. Here's a list of surrounding counties and what their pay and activities are. And some of these counties are getting your volunteers because they're paying. just like Allentown and Jones County. They'll pay volunteers, $10 an hour. So some of yours are going over there making more money.
Well, you pay volunteers?
They can't, yes. See, 'cause Jones County and Allentown are paid. They have, if you look on the sheet, Jones County has a full-time fire department. They pay somebody, from Tuesday to Saturday. They make $10 an hour and they pay into the fire pension.
I
And,
thought they paid $10 for each call.
you can pay $10 a call, but you gonna take $10 a call, or you gonna take $10 an hour for 8 hours a day? That's $80 a day.
I know, but you talking about, see, you volunteers,
but
they
see,
come
you-
out when
I
there's
mean-
a fire versus somebody sitting there all day when there's not a fire.
I understand
That's
what
the
you're saying.
difference.
I understand what you're saying, but see, they volunteers also they train. So when they're out Jones County, for example, I said Jones County, they hold the fire department as volunteer, but they're trained, so their volunteers are getting paid.
Well, they're not volunteers, really. If they're getting paid, they're
Well,
paid
they're-
employees or paid something.
They're not paid employees because they're not. It's not the same guy every day. You might go in today and do 8 hours. Sherry might go in
You
two.
got on here, they paid $650 at the end of each
Each year.
year, in December.
Mm-hmm.
But they have to attend 50% of the meeting
Mm-hmm.
and calls to receive it.
Right. And like I said,
That's
Allentown.
volunteers, get $650.
Right. That's right.
Jones, now has triple our population,
Right. Correct.
and, everything's going their way and has been for a number of years now.
Right.
Twiggs
So-
continues to lose population.
With that being said, I have 2 suggestions. The first one is we have 3 fire chiefs that's open. I got a recommendation for each district who can hold that spot. For District 2, I have Mr. Rowood, 3, Kedrick Marcus, and 4, Charles Ventures. I recommend them because Rowood has been voted in by this crew. And if you voted in by the fire department, you're good enough to hold that job. He's been here for 2 years.
Yeah, I know Marcus works with the fire
You
department,
ready to
doesn't
make it. And Charles Fincher is he runs the most calls in the whole county.
he? I know
And
he.
he's voted in as fire chief. Or the next option is basically go like Allentown. Do away with the chief spots and hire somebody Monday through Friday. That would be 8-hour days, and the way they do it, they got a calendar. And that the whole volunteer department get to write down what days they can work. Each guy's not gonna get a whole week, but he's not gonna get a whole month. I get a calendar, they go by seniority, who'll be the longest running.
You put a man at each fire department?
Well, we can't do that. I think we can do 2. By state, you can't, you gotta have 2 firefighters all the time to go inside a structure in all the
Yeah.
time. So one will do no good. So we do 2 on each end of the county, but rotate them to the districts. Like for this week, we do District 1 and 4. Next week, we do 2 and 3. But you have 2 all times, and that way you have 2 trucks responding to a fire call all time. Monday through Friday, 8 hours a day.
What's the total cost of this?
Well, I figure we do $10 an hour. That's gonna be just for the 2 paid. You're looking at almost about $21,000.
Does that include any fringe benefits?
No benefits.
Oh, Social Security only.
It won't have to do Social Security.
Social Security, the employer pays half, the employee
Well,
pays
see,
half.
you won't be basically paying that full. You're looking at it as paying one employee a full salary the whole year. You'll be paying different people. So basically, it still be part time. Cause like
Well, if
you.
they're on salary, they get a Social Security deduction
Well-
and the county matches.
You can't really base their salary because you might come in and say, I can only work 2 days this month.
I know, but it has to do with how much was earned in the year. If it's $600,
You get them 1099?
But
Like you do.
you're gonna have to, if this plan go through, you still gonna have to pay your volunteers. Like I said, it's still gonna be a handful of 2 firefighters to a structure and not have no help, no support help. But I still like that, keep that $10 for volunteers in action.
So you got 4 structures, right?
Yes. And I said to keep it fair, every week rotate out. Like I said, you have 1 firefighter at District 1 from 8 to 5 or 8 hours, how you try to do that, and 1 at 4.
These are highlighted on here as what now?
Those are the ones that we haven't seen no action from. I know none last year. And some of them go back farther than that.
Don't these people have radios?
Some of them do. Some of them do. Some of them go by the text. We got the phones. You get a text on them. So some of them receive the call by text. Some of the guys at least have radio. Some of them don't.
What about on the radio, y'all spent $80 a piece for the batteries, where are they at?
Now,
That was 40, wasn't it? How many of them was it?
Was it 40 something of them?
I think it was 40.
Around 40.
40.
They still have their radios even though they don't.
Some of them do. Some of them do.
Yeah, get them back from them.
What do you think the solution for that, situation where they're having a lot of radios that aren't being used?
Right now, we pulling some in now.
How many you have on hand, do you remember?
I have 3 in the office right now. I just got 1 back this week, so we are going through checking who got radios and putting them in. And the same with turnout gear. We got some guy with turnout gear, we bring them back.
On your proposal, you're proposing 24 hours in our district, or?
No, 8 hours.
Which, are most fires occur at night or daytime, or does anybody know?
Well,
Early morning.
most fires occur during daytime because that's when the majority of everybody going to work. At night, I do have a fight, but at night, but you have a better chance of that officer being home and Mike can control it till we get there. During the day, nobody there.
Yeah, early morning.
So when it's going during daytime, it's burning.
But the fires that occur are more in daytime than night.
Yes.
Could you put all this together in writing? Give us a cost estimate, detail it out what we're talking about?
Because I need to understand a bit more about
I
that.
do too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've been talking with the chief down there in Allentown. He's feeding me information, so I'm gonna get back with him and I can get everything out in a packet for y'all and y'all see how they do
Good,
it.
good.
You talking about Robert Davis?
Yes, but see, I just want to throw it out so you can have a general idea of what we're trying to work on.
Okay.
Well, it's interesting.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Can I add something to what you're talking
Yes.
about? To echo on what he's talking about with that, if you get away from just a minute of thinking so much about a fire, or that he has people there, they'll run twice as many rescue calls in a 24-hour period than they do a fire call. There's a lot of times we have to get Bibb County to send a rescue unit down here to help us cut. We had a lady fell in some kind of vent at her house, and we had to get my maintenance guy to go to the house with some tools to cut the floor out to get her out. You know, so as far as, you know, it might not necessarily be a fire.
But
if you have somebody
gonna
that can
call the
roll-
fire department.
They
Yeah.
can roll one of these rescue trucks out that's got the jaws of life, where we got entrapment, somebody to, you know, to help us, you know, cut a car up to get people out.
You calling the fire department.
Right, there would be probably twice as many of those calls than you would fire calls.
So you need somebody there all the time.
Right. So there's a lot of times when we're standing there waiting to try to get, a lot of times out of Bibb County or Blakely County to get somebody there with the jaws of life or what have you, that we need to cut a car apart to get people out. So if he's got somebody there that can roll that truck that's got the tools on it that we need to be able to do stuff like that, that would be a real big.
We got trucks with jaws of life.
Yes.
Yeah.
We ain't just ain't got nobody to run.
Well,
I got you.
Appreciate it, Mr. Jordan.
Well, what I'm saying, on 57, they had an accident not long ago. Darren, you remember 57, they had an accident about 2 days ago, or a week or so ago, with the truck hit the woman. They they had asked for an emergency vehicle to come. He was up here in Justinville, over here on the 96 city, and he couldn't get there. They had to have Bibb County come in. I think Bibb County come in on the fire station over there to come and help. But I don't know, y'all do what you want to, but I'm just saying, you gotta make sure that they hear in the district instead of up here or over there sitting.
I witnessed all that, and I thought it was Jones, but it could have been Bibb, I'm not sure.
I think it might have been
I think it was
Jones. It might have
That's
been
what I
Jones.
recall,
Yeah.
because I was out.
I thought it was Bibb. I don't know because it was a nice fire truck coming.
Jones does a lot of responding, they really do.
But the fire truck, our response was up here at Jeffersonville, over there on 96.
Wouldn't that bring down the insurance for homeowners?
No,
You gotta be within 5 miles.
you gotta be within 5
Of
miles.
the
You
fire
gotta have a
station,
full-time
and I
fire
think
department.
that's road miles, not air miles. Is it air miles or road miles?
Road mile.
Yeah.
And you
Cause
gotta have a
I can get
full-time
mine
fire
lowered if it was
department.
air miles, I think, but it's not.
Not just one person, you gotta have a full-time fire department for it to drop down. Done been through that one.
And I know at Allentown, if you have those guys at the station on 8 hours, they can also do maintenance, like cut the grass at the station, keep station cleans, and properly maintain the trucks, because they're there 8 hours. So that can eliminate some bud here, cutting grass at the stations and all that good stuff.
Okay, get it together.
All right, thank you.
That's up. All right, Mr. Watson, what do you have as LING, what is it?
Okay, as I understand it, I asked Mr. Mercer what the successors to the LARP program's name was that assist in road resurfacing, and it says L.M.A, L-M-I-G. And I want to propose and make a motion that the 2015 L.M.A be on Old Gordon Road, not Old Gordon Road, Ridge Road, because that thing's falling apart.
You talking about what the state pays to resurface?
Pays about 80% of it or something like that. What percent do they pay?
What we have to do, Mr. Watson, as I remember the system, you put together 5 roads, submit it to them, they ride the roads, and they set up the priority.
That was LARP.
Mm-hmm,
That hadn't been the way it's been practiced here.
mm-hmm.
They take a look at it and make sure that it, does qualify, but they don't rate them when they go judge them.
Who are you speaking of now?
State Department of Transportation. What is that fellow, Dane Phillips?
Dane Bishop.
Bishop. Yeah. No, I think the last 1 or 2 were in District 1, weren't they?
District one,
Reasonably one.
I think one in District 3.
I know,
I don't think so.
Mike Smith.
Irish Mill.
Mike
Oh,
Smith,
District one.
yeah, Mike
All right,
Smith.
Mill,
Now,
the
this
last
thing
one I
falls.
remember.
Right.
There's probably no
So,
higher traffic
what-
on any county road in the county than Ridge, and it is beat
Yeah.
up, holes everywhere.
I think.
Yeah, but you have
Total
to,
road was last
you,
time, but-
you have to get it assessed. LARP is state school.
They will assess it.
That's
They
right.
ask us for the choice.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say, Mr. Watson, you got other roads in the county, and what you have to do, you have to do that, let them do that assessment.
I have several that need it, I'm sure all of us do, but I'm.
That's right, we put a list together and
That's
submit
why-
it.
that's my
Commissioner
motion,
put up
Mr.
a-
Chairman.
One in
That's
his-
what we do.
One his
That's-
district,
that-
and then let LARP assess all of them and see which one works.
That's the
Well,
process.
I made a motion, Mr. Chairman, please proceed with it.
All right, got a second?
So, I second for the discussion, Mr. Chairman.
Alright.
So what he's saying is that he gonna put this road on the list out of his district, so every commissioner have, Put roads.
This has not been the practice of the past 3 years.
No,
His motion, Mr. Bryant, was to put this road as the one to be resurfaced.
resurface, that's what his motion is.
That's right.
And that's why I brought up the process, and that is not the process. That is not the process.
I would think each one of them have a pick and then let LARP pick which one.
Lark is no longer in business. It's
Well,
L.M.A.
Well, whoever does that,
Whoever took, they
Whoever does
probably
that.
will work on the same county,
Yeah.
so it's fine. Okay,
and there are a lot more considerations than just traffic. It is connections, and there's another consideration, but that's the way it works.
all right. Got a motion, got a second for discussion. How you vote? Yes.
Well, for discussion, we are discussing. How about yes for discussion?
No,
No, I'm talking about.
he's calling for votes for yes or no.
Yes or no? I vote no. We
I vote
vote
no.
no. We gotta go through the process.
I mean,
It's
yeah,
unfair to do this.
2 and 2.
2 and 2. All right. The other commissioner will have a say.
Exactly, that's the way it works.
Okay. Now, you remember we talked to Tracy Jackson, he asked us for an increase, the duty?
Yeah, I want to, Mr. Chairman, on that subject, we got him here, we got it here. I'd like to speak to him and understand where the increase in duty. Now, duties and titles are 2 different things. And we even got that problem with the road crew.
You want to call him over here and talk to him?
Not today, I don't want to talk with him. I want to talk with him personally and get an understanding of what he's talking about. can bring it in and provide that information to the board as a whole. But there's some particular things I wanna talk to them about.
What you want me to tell them? We gonna table this for?
We table it and next week, let him bring in a schedule of what he's doing.
We did this here last board meeting. We supposed to have the answer for the man today.
That's what
And
he said.
so, you know, I don't wanna keep on going through this and going through that, cause we had 2 weeks from today to get all this in place. Because
Yes,
this is what we told him, that we going to do this, and we supposed to
Mr.
look at
Bryant,
it.
Mr. Bryant,
Yes, sir.
let me put this in, as you might remember, I wasn't president at the last meeting. Now, that was my fault, it wasn't yours or anybody else's. I'm asking for time to look into this myself. When you start throwing out raises, you need to be able to I need the person to be able to back it up. Now, if you three wanna go ahead with it, I mean, that's fine. But,
Did you
you
give us
know,
any idea what he asking for?
No, he just
No,
requested
he
to
did-
be
he did
compensated
request.
for the additional duties
That's
of
what-
compliance.
What
You
y'all
know.
think?
I think we'll go ahead and give him something.
You wanna talk to him before we do this?
I
Yeah,
don't,
I prefer to talk with him before we do this.
you
here.
wanna call him over or?
Yeah.
You don't call over, go and
Yeah.
then walk over here and you proceed or whatever.
Do we
else.
wanna do this in executive session?
I wanna bring out something, executive session is a good thing, cause something I wanna bring out about that. Now, I think it's proper bringing out in open session. We're talking about employees and
I want him to talk to him in open session, get an idea of what he's asking for.
oh, I know what he wants. That ain't my problem with
I'm
what
talking
he.
about the amount.
Yeah, that ain't what I really wanna get over. The amount, that's what I need to go with until we get in executive session. I'll explain
Talk
what.
about that in there.
Hmm?
No, we waiting on
We waiting on Tracy.
we waiting on, Tracy get over here.
We can do that while we're
No,
waiting.
All right,
waiting on
tax
Tracy.
subsidy, come on, man.
Okay.
Go ahead.
That discussion we had last week, we are now acting on it.
Mr. Chairman, should we put this on the agenda?
I think so. Well, we got it on that tax
It's
subsidy.
on there.
Where?
We voted for all of them together.
I don't, where's that?
Tracy Bryant, Tracy, Jackson.
Where's that at on here?
It ain't on here.
It ain't on
I
Remember,
move that
we added
that
to
we
it.
add to the agenda tax assessors.
We voted on it a while ago.
No, it was not proposed.
Yes, it was. When you put this LIG, I put Tracy Jackson and I asked about the tax subsidy. And we voted that all three of them at the
Well, I
same
didn't,
time.
make the note on tax assessors. I don't have a problem with it. I just wanted to make sure that it's tax assessors, okay?
Okay, last Wednesday, Jerry, Ramona and I, we went out looking through the woods and the valleys and so forth, and these first 9 listings that I have here are properties. 1, don't have or didn't have a permit. 2, weren't on the property on the tax digest. And we have been correcting this, and as a result of that now, Ramona and I have come up with a suggestion. Come up with a suggestion beginning with building permit checklist, so everybody is gonna be able to run right down that page and they know what needs permits and what don't. And then the simplified form of controlling those permits. The second entry that we have is the building fee schedule, which is 2 pages behind that. And then we have the residential building permit that covers the realm of things, 1 page. And then homeowners that elect to build their own houses is behind the residential building permit. And they sign an affidavit saying that they are responsible to meet the permits, requirements and so forth, and that the county is in no way liable for anything they do wrong, even if the inspector doesn't catch it.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. And then after that, we go into the manufactured homes. And that list and details permits required by the moving company, the whole works, to protect the county. Commercial building permits, again, protecting the county. And then a moving permit for the company that actually does the moving of a mobile home. Then we come to the cell towers. Now that's an important aspect. We found a cell tower last week that was erected, no permit, no nothing. Now we're correcting that right away.
Mm-hmm. Good.
American Towers.
How many court cases we have?
How many do we have, or how many did we have?
How many court cases did you have?
We've got 90 going, appeals and so forth.
No, I'm not talking about the appeal. I'm talking about like on these towers y'all finding those
Oh.
people, yeah.
Oh.
All this
We're
information.
gonna have that one for sure, American Towers. They just come out, put a tower up, didn't clear it with nobody.
Yeah, but the court case, I don't think you'll have any because they're extremely valuable, far
Oh,
more than
yeah.
anybody's assess. You look at the sales of them, man, they sell for high dollars, so they don't have a leg to stand on when you.
Nope, sure
And
don't.
by the way, I see where you didn't
Who did-
change
who did
the
you
fire,
get this
excuse me,
land
Mr. Chairman, I'm gonna have the floor. The tower, I see where you didn't change that, which is $5,000 fee.
$5,000 fee for the building permit. And then we appraise the tower based on,
Right.
On
On market
sales.
value, I hope.
well, no, we're gonna do it on the, we checked around with all the surrounding counties. Some do it on fair market value, which comes in real low since it can't justify it.
On a cell tower?
Yep. And then we're looking at sales volume, taxing them on sales volume.
And that's where the money is.
That's where the money is. When you come
Walt,
out,
when they tell you that it's kind of, you look at the sales, there are sales all over every county in this area. And it's a lot higher than what they have them at, so that's exactly the opposite of what they go to. Because they're selling a whole lot more than what they are assessed at, or excuse me, appraised at.
appraised that, Jeff.
Yeah.
Well, nothing's locked in concrete.
You need to take a look at the sales of them, like I say, it's been a
Whichever
long,
way is gonna
it's a
benefit
long
the
time
county.
ago, but out there on Mr. Bond's district, the one on, is it White Road, I forget the name of it, just off Old Marion, sold for $450,000. And
Yeah.
I bet you can't hardly find one around here taxed at $450,000.
Well, like I say, nothing's locked in concrete, whichever way to benefit.
Well, I can
The
tell
county
you
the best,
from
that's
a
the
lot
way.
of experience with them in the past, when I was
Yeah.
in private business, they are grossly undervalued by all the counties that I have been in.
Yeah. Well, when you see AT&T paying $146,000 just to hang an antenna there, that sells volume, and they
Well,
have,
at the time I'm talking about, you could build one on lease land for $135,000. That's since gone up a lot. And that's basically what the counties were dumb enough to charge them at a rate of $135,000 instead of the $450 that they were worth.
Mhm.
Now it costs you a lot more than that to build one.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Let me ask you this question. The chief appraiser, she came from what, around Atlanta?
Yeah,
How did she say they get the cell towers up there?
sales volume.
And which
Income
one brought
approach.
in the most?
Income approach, yeah.
Yeah, which one brought in the most money?
Income approach or sales volume.
That's where the money is.
But the valuation lags behind the sales history. So, income approach is used in a lot of cases, but I think the law, when you get down to it, says fair market value, does it not?
You can go either way. And whichever way is gonna be beneficial to Twiggs County,
I
is
would
the way
like
we're
to
gonna
see
go.
where they say you can vary from fair market value.
You always have to do a fair market value.
That's my
what the law
point,
says.
precisely.
But you do that, but you
reach
go
the
to
fair
that
But
market
sales
that's,
tax on
that's the
that basis.
value, that's the value on the structure itself.
All right, the
The income
attorney,
approach.
the attorney has my request, I made it to him about 6 weeks ago in personnel session. There's a section of the law, Georgia state law, that tells you how you make assessment of values on property for the purpose of what? Taxes. It is different. It tells you also how you assess property for sales. And it's two different processes.
Yeah.
He's supposed to get that information to you. He's probably have it already put together. If he comes in, I'll ask him. Yeah.
You're right. There's several approaches you can get a value on a
It's
property.
three, it's right.
Well, actually, there's more than three.
That's right.
There's
Fair
way more
market,
than three.
It's a cost approach, sales comparison approach, and income approach, that is it.
The state law addresses that,
Yeah.
and you'll have that information.
But there's several other ways you can reach that determination. But what I'm saying, you can reach from you can use all three of the approaches, but you're always gonna end up with a fair market
For taxing purposes.
for taxing purposes.
That's what it states.
I disagree, it states fair
It's
market
in state
value.
law. Mr. Neesmith
I
has it
know,
on his law.
I made my living following that law for many years.
Yeah, you make your living. You talking about commercial sales. I know what you're talking about.
Does anybody other than commercial buy?
Who did they get this land?
Get the
from?
law. The law
For the-
explains all of that.
I don't know for sure.
It's,
It's a.
you know where the church is on 18?
Yeah.
Right before you
It's
get to the
before you
truck.
leave Twiggs County, just prior to the bridge on the right.
On the right.
And, to be honest, we haven't,
Before you leave Twiggs County?
yeah, on
Before you
18.
cross that bridge?
No,
Before you
no.
cross the bridge, you're well into Twiggs
About a
County.
half mile before you cross it.
And it's nice fence around it.
500-600 yards.
And it's nice, it's brand new.
Yeah.
By the way, on the manufactured home portion,
Yeah.
let me suggest that you put a manufacturer ID number in there too. It may be there and maybe I don't see it.
When you get a permit, it's gotta have that on it.
But this application doesn't have, and I'm suggesting it be on there.
I mean, well, the tax
In
assessor's
case you're
got to
double
have-
wide, you would have two.
Yeah, the
same
tax
number.
commissioner's gotta have that before they give them a permit.
But on this application, I'm suggesting it should be on there.
Now, the last thing is swimming pools. There's really, all you get is a $25 swimming pool fee, the schedule, okay? There's no requirements or restrictions. Most municipalities require fences to be placed around the pool.
I think the state of Georgia does, no?
Yes.
Do.
Yeah.
Don't you, Sheriff? Oh, ma'am?
You can have an open swimming pool.
We only do with public swimming pools, we don't with private. I don't know about with the sheriff's
I
department.
think the insurance policies.
Most insurance is required, people don't do it.
The homeowner's insurance required.
And, but the
We
safety
definitely should have a
control.
fence around, no doubt about that.
Yeah.
Well, if you want us to, there's a copy of a permit that's being proposed on the last page. And it's simple to add a fence requirement to that as well.
Now, do they have that in planning and zoning, in the ordinance about that?
No,
Not in planning.
your
and zoning.
planning and zoning publications are so far outdated, you may as well just dump them in the trash. They haven't been updated since 2001, 2002.
Michael.M.
Michael Land signatures over everything.
Ain't been gone for a while.
Yeah, yeah.
May I ask
Yeah,
a
go for it.
question?
ma'am.
From on my inspections perspective, on the swimming pool or any outbuildings that are being constructed, are you guys proposing a requirement that they check with the health department to see where the septic systems may be before they construct those swimming pools or those outbuildings?
We haven't as of yet, but
Okay.
That's not a requirement now?
Some counties do have that requirement, but it has to come through the planning and zoning office or the building inspections office.
I would've thought that would've been like a well.
Like a
Well,
well.
something out of the swimming pool, where's the
Yeah, like
logic of the swimming pool location pertaining to health?
But if you have a septic system and they
I know
go
about the
in,
septic system, yes, I understand that.
it's for the location of the septic system, to require them to come in and find out where the septic system is and to make sure that before they put that swimming pool in, that they don't encroach on that existing septic system and that they still have room to replace that septic system if that initial system ever fails.
Okay. And it has nothing to do with being 150 feet away, nothing like
No,
that?
sir, it just
Okay.
has to do with not ruining the one you've got and being able to replace the one that
So
you've
that
got.
makes sense.
And same with outbuildings, so that they don't come in and put a shop on top of the system that they've got, which would then cause problems with that system that they have. Whether or not there's plumbing in that outbuilding or not, it can still affect the functioning of that system if they build on
If it's
top of
sitting on
it.
the drain deal, yeah.
Yes, sir.
I would think that'd be a good addition right there.
I agree with that.
And I would think this minister would.
But now, what I gave you this morning is just food for thought to the commissioners. If you disagree, you wanna make changes or whatever, we surely would appreciate it.
In other words, you want to look at this and see. if
Look
we
at
got
it,
some
it doesn't, you know, we're not asking it to be
addition
approved today or anything.
Deletion or whatever.
Yeah.
I got no problem moving with it on today.
Me either.
Well, I'd like to have the additional manufacturer's ID
Yeah.
number on the manufacturer home.
Well, I move, Mr. Chairman, that we,
And I'd like to add that, what this lady was talking about this,
Doing it right now.
yeah. And this fence too, I think that's a good idea about
It's a
20 feet.
safe-
Somewhere in my mind, there's a fence requirement, but I don't know where it's
I
at.
thought so door
I
required.
thought it did too, but I don't know.
If
But
nothing
certainly
else, well,
it wouldn't hurt to have it on here.
It sure would, keeps them all kids out of there.
And also, there's a gate that's at some point child-proof, if there is such a
It
thing.
is.
And that
There
needs
is.
to be added to it also, a gate to get through the fence so the child can't open it.
That'd be a good thing.
But I think
That's
if
right.
they can reach it, they can still open it. On the other hand, maybe that's a logic to
If
it.
they reach the lock, they'll climb over the
Right.
fence.
But I
But
think
it's a
that needs to
deterrent.
be in there.
yeah, it gives you a little break of time.
Yeah.
Mr. Chairman, I motion that we receive and adopt these regulations with the 4 additions that we have prescribed here, and he's got them written down. So we go ahead and accept them today, so they can go ahead with that work.
Is there anything else that y'all think of or not? You
Nothing.
ma'am?
I was just, Ramona had mentioned that it was gonna require a septic permit prior to starting this process, if that's still in
That's-
place. Okay.
That's absolutely.
All right, got a
And you'll
motion.
be issuing those, right?
Sir?
You issue those, as I recall, right?
Yes, sir. Our office does.
And in coordination with you folks, as soon as the permit is issued for well or septic, fire it over to the assessor's
I
office.
give her that thing last week.
Yeah.
She got it.
Yes.
I handled it those.
Yeah.
All right, I got a motion. Got a second? I'll second it, please.
Probably want to say.
Appreciate it.
I don't think it was, was it going? How you vote? Yes.
Yes. Now, I believe that all of this here will be placed in the tax assessor office.
No, that's gonna be placed in here when people come in and apply for a permit.
Okay. Now, what you say that y'all need to be placed in the tax assessor office?
Well and septic from the health department, they're gonna send a copy over to us, so we know there's some sort of movement in place.
That's right. And you keep up with it that way.
There
We
seems to be
fixed
some
that out last
confusion
week.
too about the notification to the tax assessors. I was serving on the board back when we approved the system, and one of the prime reasons for the system was that the tax assessors get a copy of everything so that they can get it on the digest. And at this point, I understand they're not getting it, so you may or may not realize that you're supposed to get a copy. They are, but they're supposed to immediately get a copy. Any questions on that one? Confusion? Mr. Ashby was telling me that they rarely get one.
It will now, right?
I don't know.
Tomato was handling that when she, before she.
Well, then I'm gonna put it right in the minutes then. Mr. Chairman, I move that we reaffirm that all permits issued, or all applications go to, a copy to the tax assessors ASAP.
I'll second that. I delivered that to this lady last week. All right. How you vote? Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
One last thing, and then I'll shut up. We've got another breach on Mr. Roy Malone. He moved right across the road and did exactly the same thing he was previously charged with breaching. So So we're moving on that. As of tonight, when we hold our meeting down there, we'll move forward on it. Got the letter prepared. This time, he can't say he didn't know. Because I walked him through the step by step, 4 different times. So he's got no excuse.
All right, business, change order, drop ranks water system, what we talking about?
$1,800 change order against the contingency. And this had to do with flat bottom. A lot of the pipes and valves and so forth are corroded. We have pictures of them in here. And I move that we approve that.